Hey YouTube, how's it going? We're out here in the shop. I wanted to run through real quick kind of our thing with the Trojan Horse, maybe what the direction that we're going. You guys know we're going to go to the track with it, and our first stage of it, so to speak, is the weight loss, the gear. We're going to run it like that. Then we're going to put the boom tube on it, and we're going to put our 73 millimeter CNL on it on that particular track day. Then we'll bring it home. We're going to put the shorties on it, the H pipe, and the aero chambers, and that'll be the only major modification that we do to it. We'll take it back to the track, we'll run it, then we're going to bring it back home. We're going to finish up our weight loss, the heater box, the rear bumper, the AC and power steering, get that off and put our race crank pulley on it. Then we'll take it back to the track, and these passes will be made on the older set of 26x10 Mickeys that I have. It's probably not quite ready for the newer tires, no use wasting them on the car. Then after we do the weight loss, we'll bring it back home, and we'll probably just put our Explorer upper and lower on with our 65 millimeter throttle body, leave the 73 CNL, the boom tube, the exhaust, the gear, and we'll run it like that. Then we'll either do some suspension of stuff, basically shocks and struts, or we'll do the heads and then do the suspension the next time. But if we do suspension, we'll take it back up, the rental suspension, we'll bring it back, we'll put the heads on, we'll take it back and run it, bring it home. We're going to put the camshaft in it, and then from that point we'll run it, and then after that we'll probably try like a ported upper, see how that works. And then we're going to do one or two things. We're either going to do the long tubes, put some long tubes on it, and do something else with the exhaust, or we're going to go ahead and maybe go straight to the nitrous kit and maybe put some juice to it. Maybe with shorties, maybe with long tubes. We're not that far along yet, so no use getting too far ahead. But that's basically what we're going to do. That's basically the steps that we're going to take. And like I say, we'll post them up as we're doing them, and then as we go to the track. So this process is going to take a little while. Hopefully we can get it all in by the beginning or middle of April before it gets too terribly hot, because we always have to take into account the weather is going to affect our performance, so we always have to be aware of that. So anyway, but that's what we're going to do. That's our plan, barring anything tearing up. We still got some other things to buy, some parts and stuff like that we got to get, along with some maintenance parts, transmission stuff that we need to get, and get that where we're feel good about when we get to our nitrous stage, that we feel good about the transmission and clutch and whatnot. So anyway, that's it. This is already way too long and super boring. I know you guys are like, your eyes are just glazing over. So anyway, let's cut this off. We'll get back to some other stuff, and we'll see you later. Yo YouTubers, what's up? I was over here in one of our secret facility areas looking at something real quick, and I just thought you guys might get a kick out of this. Check this bad boy out. This car is known as the Chinchilla Gorilla. We bought this from some small town up in Alabama called Chunchillian or something like that. I can't remember. And we just called it the Chinchilla Gorilla just to keep it separate, because Pirate Mike's got a couple green Mustangs, so we just, you can't just say the green Mustang, because then it's like, which one? So anyway, this thing's a real riot. It's of course we just got spares on it to roll it around, and we brought it out here to get it out of his way. He's got a bunch of stuff in his shop, work going on, stuff like that. And we bought this car just like this. It's or he did. And it's got this is race car stuff right here. This is high tech. I mean, shoot, you look at this. But oh yes, that's nice. It's like I say, this is just a roll around. We don't even have to open the door to look inside. Are you kidding me? This thing was so fast the windshield imploded. It's got frame connectors welded in. It's look at that, almost set up to be like a funny car. Got steering wheel way in the back. It's got a manual brake booster. Oh, it's still got a sway bar, so they must not have been real serious about racing. It's been painted silver up front. I mean, it's got a wagon wheel on it. Oh, this thing is sweet. We ought to bring this one back to life. That would be wouldn't that be a project? I mean, this is what we do. Take cars that are complete garbage, that should be parted, scrapped, cut up, just junked, and then we just sink a ton of money into them to get them running because we're dumbasses. Yeah, I just said a curse word, but I say a lot of them, but I don't use them on YouTube because this is family friendly right here. I want your kids to be able to watch it. God knows why they would, though. Anyway, let me get off here. This was just a clip. I swear, I'm a tongue-tied son of a gun. This was just a quick clip of some of the garbage we've got laying around. Of course, I'm not doing a video on one of our real cars, one of our cool cars or anything. I'm doing it on complete garbage. So, but anyway, it also came with a super nifty fiberglass trunk lid that for some reason Pirate needed to keep at his house. It's a total piece of crap. He would never put it on anything, but you can never tell. He does some strange things sometimes. He's got a strange way of looking at stuff every now and then. So anyway, but let me get off here. Maybe we'll splice this in with some other video and, you know, give you guys a little bit of a laugh. But this is some of the trash that we have laying around, and it's coated in dust. So we're out. Whoop, whoop. We're back in the shop. Yeah, okay, let's get our party on. Before we can do our little test drive of the Trojan Horse, we've got a little bit of a problem. Our alternator is not alternating like it's supposed to. So we are going to have to change that out. We went to the junkyard. I didn't film that. I figured you guys didn't give a flip about seeing me drag my wagon around the junkyard, at least not this time. But we got us an alternator. We also got us a mini starter off of a Thunderbird, a V6 Thunderbird. We got us a little mini starter. We got us an alternator off a Ford truck. So now we need to put it on and see if we can get alternating, and then we can really get some driving on. We also, that 96 Explorer that was in the cylinder head video that I saw in the pig pen, or actually in the rear end video, yeah, someone got the heads and intake off of it. They don't last long in there. So anyway, let's get back to work. You guys go back to eating chips and sitting on the couch, and we'll go out here and we'll handle this. This is easy stuff right here, just baby. This is baby stuff. All right, guys. We went out on a short drive with the Trojan Horse. Everything's looking good. I'm gonna hook up the GoPro. The audio, the reason I didn't really do it on this trip is because the audio is gonna be jacked because the tires are still scrubbing. So, but we got our voltage, our alternator fixed, our junkyard alternator worked. I didn't put the mini starter on. I just didn't feel like dealing with it today. Not that it's a big deal. I want to drive it more than work on it today, hopefully. But anyway, this is the first official out of the neighborhood drive. We're headed back now. We just went out to our test spot and got on a little bit, but I wanted to put the test tires on, and then I'll hook the GoPro up and we'll go do it again. So anyway, because this makes all kinds of scrunchy noise, messes up the. Watch this. I got to shift one hand. There we go. Third gear, but like I say, it's running good. Everything holding good, and it, you know, it feels about like a stock 5-liter with a gear, I guess. So anyway, and with the drag pack mufflers, woo! So I actually had to make a strap out of a old hose clamp I cut up to keep the mufflers from falling apart because it's about to tear loose from the mid pipe. So anyway, all right, let me get this thing home and put the Hoosiers on it, and maybe throw a lick of water on it just because it looks like garbage. So look at that, I'm having to dual hand this thing. So all right, let me get back to the house and get to work on this thing. All right, guys, we're out.